We are back. This
Hi.
is episode 47.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
That is a lot.
We're almost to the big 52.
52, man. Almost a year. By the way, Zach and Andrew joined me today.
Hi.
Michael could not make it today, but that's
Again.
partially my fault a bit.
Yeah.
We had
Somebody
to
let us know last minute.
Yep, we had to reschedule, and Michael couldn't make it today, so he is in our thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
But we are here today to talk to you guys about, whatever you want, stuff we want to talk about. First of all, how have you guys been?
Good.
I've
Yeah.
been real good. Just
Yeah.
put up my Christmas lights. Ooh, I'm in the spirit.
Got your tree too?
Yeah, well, that's been up since the day after Thanksgiving,
You
Black
guys
Friday.
do fake or real tree?
Fake.
Fake tree. Nice.
I think that the tree that we have has been in our family since before I was born.
Really?
Yeah, it's old, but it works well.
Nice. So do you guys have like a bunch of like the fake pine needles falling all over the place?
Not too bad.
Not too
I
bad.
mean, like, I there's maybe like 20
Mhm.
every year.
Yeah.
So I mean, like a minute with a vacuum cleaner and it's all
Mhm.
gone. So
Really?
it doesn't really matter.
But you haven't noticed that it's been thinning on the tree or anything like
No.
that? It's like, okay,
It's
cool.
totally fine.
Nice. So they built to last then. Is
I
it a
know.
tall one or is it like
It's,
kind of a small one?
Probably 8 feet tall, maybe
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah. And you fill it up with lights too? Or does it-
Lights, ornaments. That thing is packed.
Nice. Nice.
There's no room. Like literally, the last few ornaments every year is just a challenge to figure out where it can actually go.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, we
Damn.
just moved our tree in yesterday.
In
A real tree. Yeah.
Ooh.
We had it outside. So like
for sunlight.
sunlight and just being outside. Because if you put it in your house too early, sometimes it can get pretty like dried up fast.
Okay.
I mean, you could give it all the water it wants, but like still, like it's gonna start to get dried out, and that's not good because that's a fire hazard.
That's
But yeah,
true.
we put on like a bunch of ornaments too. We never did the tinsel thing. You know how they put like streamers on their
Yeah.
trees? We were never big like into that really. It just was kind of messy.
You guys put the string of popcorn on?
Nah, never.
Okay. I've never seen anybody do that, but I see it in like movies and TV shows all the time. I want to see somebody who actually does it.
I don't think they actually do it because like it would take a lot of time to string all that popcorn.
Yeah, I don't think I have the patience.
No,
I think
no.
Andrew could do it. If he's in the zone,
I don't think I could.
he'll just like zone out, black out, and then an hour later he'll just wake up, and then all of a sudden it's done.
I'd
like
eat the
20
popcorn.
feet.
You would eat the popcorn.
Well, if it's real popcorn, yeah.
Well,
if it's
before,
fake?
what if it
No.
gets stale too? You wouldn't eat that.
No, I mean,
As you're putting it in
Just eat
the
it.
thing, you just like
it's
start
probably
eating it.
fresh at that point.
He'd put one on, eat one, put one on, eat two.
Then there'd be no point of putting it on there.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put popcorn on there.
What would you put on your Christmas tree? Just like lights
Just
and ornaments.
Ornaments and lights, and that's it.
Candy
the star?
canes?
I don't know if I'd do that.
Okay.
Nah, I never did
I don't
candy
either,
canes
but-
either. You guys do the star too on top, or you have something else?
We have an angel.
Nice.
Yeah.
I remember. I think have we always had a star, Andrew?
We had an angel once, but I think none of us really liked it.
Mhm.
The angel that we have, I think, is like it's a family heirloom. I think it's
Mhm.
I don't know. It's super old.
That's cool. That's cool. You do your shopping, or you still have to do some?
I've done. Let's see, I think I've done just about all of it. I think I
Nice.
need one more person, and then I'm done.
Cool. Nice.
I mean, I try and do it early so I can get the good deals on
Mhm.
Black Friday.
Yeah. You just go online, or you actually go out and shop?
It depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's something that I can find, like I know what I'm gonna get ahead of time, I'll just do it online. But sometimes I'll go shopping
Yeah.
out and about. But I don't like doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I mean, some things I do go shopping for, like I would go shopping for my parents, right? Because there's nothing really that they want on Amazon. They're not like tech savvy, so I just go out and buy them like a sweatshirt or like maybe like some not super expensive jewelry, but like kind of like in mid-range jewelry, stuff like that. But I'm not like gonna like if I'm shopping for Andrew, I know what he wants, so I'm just gonna buy that on Amazon, right? It's easier that way. Or like my sister, sometimes I get tasked to buy her like makeup or something like that. I know, right? It would be me. Like I ask my mom, "Hey, what does she want?" She's like, "Oh, can you get her this?" It's like great. And sometimes it's like exclusive, like makeup, like Kylie Jenner or something like that. But usually it's out of stock, like right when December hits.
Yep.
Like I was shopping for Andrew too, and he likes some one of his podcasts has merch, right?
Mhm.
And I was looking for stuff, and he told me what he wanted. I was like, cool, I'm gonna get that for you. And I go there, legit, his size is sold out, and it's been sold out.
Depressing.
So I don't know if it's gonna come in on time. There's one thing I ordered, and it's coming, but like I remember, like this was like a week ago when I looked for it, right? And it was still sold out. So I subscribed to the sites to get an email notification when it's back in. And I keep checking my email like, oh, shit. Let me just check the store real quick. Still sold out. And I'm like, wow, it's not like Amazon either. It's not like a 2-day shipping thing. This is going to take like at least 2 weeks to come in. So I'm like, shit, do I get this for you or do I get you something else? I'm trying to think. I don't know what to do. I'm going to go shopping tomorrow at the mall, but we'll see like if I find anything cool. How about you, Andrew?
I am the opposite. I prefer, or not the opposite, but I prefer all of it online. I've died, or it's just the feeling of going there, having whatever you want to get in your mind, going there, and then literally everything else is there except that is probably the most painful thing. Yeah. Especially where we live, to go to these stores, it's a pretty decent drive. So if it's not there, it's like, well, shit, I just wasted so much time and money. Just to get here and not find it. So I've just given up on that stuff. Like I'm honestly, like I enjoy shopping in person, but if it's something specific I need, then I'd rather go online and hunt for it there instead of going there like, oh, winging it. Like, oh, let's see if it's there. I when I actually go shopping physically, I prefer like, oh, let's just see what I find. Yeah. And I prefer it that way. So like whatever I do find, it's a surprise. I'm not really expecting anything. Unless it's something very specific like, oh, I'm going to the Apple store to get a phone. It's like they're not going to run out of phones.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They could.
Or I plan it out. Like I don't go right away. The last phone I bought like in December at the end, like I think we're not December, the end of November, which is kind of and it was when the 10R came out, and when it did come out, it was not that popular, like right off the gate. And I think when I got it, it was when they first started doing the trade-ins, like the very first time. Like, oh shit. Okay. And I went in like 2 days after they announced that. And there were people there, but it wasn't like, oh, sold out, sorry.
Well, especially because you're getting a phone that not a lot of people wanted.
Yeah, at the time, it wasn't popular. Like,
I mean, I still don't think it is.
No. I think it is, like, sales-wise, like, they just sell more of those. But, like, is it the popular one out of all of them? No. It's definitely the more expensive one.
I mean, just speaking on that, just real quick, I heard there's a new iPhone, the sequel to the SE. You know, like the little tiny one that they had.
It was the one that was straight up plastic, right?
No. That was the 5C.
Oh, okay.
This is the SE.
Oh, okay.
Wait, when is that coming out?
Apparently in a few months.
Really?
Like it wasn't officially announced, but like, I mean, the people who always report on like all the leaks on Apple stuff, like. The people have a really good track record. They're like, hey, this is coming out really soon. I think it's called the iPhone 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it going to be like the cheapest model?
It's. Do you remember how the iPhone SE was? It looked like an iPhone 4, but they just put in like all the processors of like the newest iPhones. Yeah. It's just like that.
Really? Okay.
Except I think it's the form factor of the iPhone 8, so the phone I have.
Oh, so it's going to have the button and everything? Or
it's still going to have a button. It's not going to have the facial recognition, but it's going to have all this new stuff from the iPhone 11s. Is that the latest? I forgot.
Were we talking like Apple was gonna like get rid of Face ID, or were they gonna go back to like the thumb print or something like that?
They're talking about getting away from Face ID. They might have it also, but they're gonna do like the thumbprint or fingerprint scanner, but anywhere on the screen. So like they just have it built in behind the screen, so you could just do it anywhere, not just a physical button. Which is cool. I mean, I like that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I do too, because my mom will not upgrade to that.
Like, what, the Face ID?
Face ID. She wants
a button?
The button.
Okay.
She wants the button. Like she's been saying like, I'm just saying like, Mom, you know, like they're eventually gonna phase that out, I believe.
Dude, I heard they're phasing out the fucking what is this thing? The charge port.
No, the Lightning.
Yeah, the Lightning.
Oh, Lightning.
I heard that's
going
to
go
USB-C, right? Well, it should be USB-C.
Yeah,
right.
USB-C is better.
Yeah,
like
it really should
every
be.
Single way.
Yeah,
it is way better.
I don't know why they're still using Lightning. You know what? I get mad at. My laptop still has a headphone jack. I realize that. Yeah, but yours is
a Dell.
This is an Apple one, so it should have the Lightning connector. I
What?
wish it did. My laptop.
Oh,
For
so
my
you
headphones.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean it's not as big of a deal as you might think.
You just have to have two pairs.
You just
of
gotta
headphones.
have 2 pairs of headphones with you at all times.
Or
I
the
mean,
adapter.
The
Or the
thing, it
adapter.
costs more money for the Lightning.
Really?
port, yeah.
Are you kidding me? Why?
Because then it has to be wired for a lot of other things other than just audio.
Mhm.
Because the Lightning connector can do a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, just having the 3.5, the little headphone jack, it's way cheaper.
Oh, so with the phones, are they? You know how they're still like right now? They're like one port and one port only.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have a USB-C type of headphone connecting thing?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, those are already, they exist already because,
Mhm.
I mean, Android phones have been already having this problem for a really long time too.
Yeah.
So it's
right.
not like when they first got rid of the headphone jack and everybody's just scrambling like, what the hell do we do?
Yeah.
We don't have any of the little adapters.
Because forget me if I'm wrong, but your laptop still has like a ton of like USB ports, right?
Yeah.
And it has like, it's all there still. Because I know yours has one, right?
It's two.
Two, but it also has USB-C
Yeah.
that you use. Does yours have USB-C or does it have like an HDMI port already on the laptop?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine has an HDMI.
Well, that's nice. It's
But
convenient.
when my laptop came out, USB-C wasn't even finished yet.
Mhm.
Like because it got certified like not that long ago. I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think my laptop's like 7 or 8 years old.
It still runs well?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I don't do too much on it. Like
Mm.
I just do schoolwork and occasionally I'll watch a movie or something.
Mm-hmm. So that's all cool for you then.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the dongles, at least the earlier dongles when they were coming out, like they would work okay. But then some of them, they always had this. Like the one I had previously before, the HDMI would just not work. I don't know why.
Oh.
Like, and it would get hot too. Like, I
Oh.
don't know why it would do that. It's just
The-
HDMI.
The port?
The
got
dongle,
hot?
yeah.
Huh.
I don't know why it would get hot. And I noticed it like when I was trying to hook it up to my TV, the framing was off for some reason. And I was just like, wait, why is this doing this? Like this was like when I was in college and I was seeing professors plug it in willy-nilly and just it works perfectly fine. But like, why am I having such a big problem connecting to my own TV here? But I got a better one, I guess. Maybe it's because like they make them kind of cheap and affordable. Like most people get it for the USBs, right?
Yeah.
And it costs a lot more if you want everything on it. Like I think mine has like 2 USB, USB-C, HDMI, and even Ethernet. Like that's one of the more costly ones, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was able to get it for kind of a cheaper price because I just looked around everywhere and looked at the reviews on Amazon. I was like, okay, well, this was a lot better. The other one was like hella cheap. And it got super hot. And I was like, oh shit, is this going to like blow up or something? That's why I was kind of afraid when we were using the Yeti mics because that thing would get hot, like really hot. And sometimes I could hear it. I don't know why, but I was like, oh shit, dude. Like, why am I hearing this like thing just like rumbling? It's like, okay, I gotta get out of this. But that's cool though about the new iPhone.
Yeah.
And do you think sooner or later they will finally phase out that button?
What button?
Like on the iPhone, like not the button, I guess, like the touch thingy,
What touch thingy?
the button.
I mean,
Because it's not a
home
real button.
you mean on my phone?
Yeah, like on yours.
Well, I mean, they already have. So like
already
when they
have.
do go back to the fingerprint thing, there isn't a button.
So you just touch the screen.
Yeah.
I think the Samsung.
Yeah, because it's just the sensor is built into the screen, so you don't need a button anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's gonna be a lot like the UI you have now, where what do? Swipe from the bottom to close an app or something?
Yeah, you just swipe up wherever it's like the little.
So it's gonna be
indicator.
that still. Like
They're
there
gonna
isn't
have
gonna be a
that.
button to press anymore.
But you can just hold that and it'll scan your fingerprint then.
Yeah. So like if your phone's locked, you can just put your finger on
Mm-hmm.
the screen and it'll
Because
just
don't
work like it's a button.
Samsung phones do that too? Like they can do it on the screen, right? I think I've seen that. Or is
I
it
don't know.
behind it? Like I've seen also like they touch the back of the phone.
I know they have that. Like
Mhm.
there's a scanner on the back of the phone,
Mm.
but I don't know if they have one on the screen.
Mhm.
I don't really pay much attention to Samsung or a lot of Android phones because
Mhm.
there's so many of them.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to keep track.
Isn't that kind of weird with you? Because you're such a like a PC guy, like no Apple products, but the phone you'll always be Apple, right?
See,
Or have you ever like
the
wanted
thing
to go to
I
Android?
like about it is since I tinker with my computers so much, I need something that will just work all the time and will be simple. And I mean, that's going to be an iPhone.
Yeah.
And like with Android phones, you have to kind of tinker with it a little bit to get things how you want it to work.
Yeah.
And then also with Android phones, because there are so many, they kind of stop supporting them generally after about 2 years. So that's kind of like a hard incentive. Like, hey, we're not going to support your phone anymore. Like, you won't get any more updates. So either get a new phone or too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, at least with iPhones, there's 11 models, so it's not like there's much difference. Like, they're all gonna keep updating as long as you don't have like an iPhone 3.
Okay, I have a question. Can iPhones and iPads catch viruses?
Yeah.
There are technically viruses, but like they're not common.
Okay.
Because it can't be spread very easily because iOS and then Mac OS, like the whole Apple ecosystem is just closed off.
Yeah.
So they can generally just find viruses and just get rid of them super easily. But since Windows is by design like an open platform, it's supposed to be easy to get in. Anybody can do it. That means viruses can be made and just spread super easily.
Because I even heard that like on Android, some of the apps that you can download have viruses in them. But the ones on Apple, no chance, because they have to go through like
so much certification
just to get published.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way. I'm certain there's a way, but I mean, it's much harder, and then it could just be taken away super easily.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way they've designed it.
That's good. I never have to worry about that because I just imagine like your phone just like zipping, like zapping all over the place, like going crazy. It's like, oh my God. I can just imagine Android phone users just like, yeah, I can't really call you because I can't open anything on my phone because I got a fucking virus. That'd be crazy.
I don't think that happens very often, but
you don't think so?
No.
I don't know. It's possible, but you know.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't think it happens like that often.
Yeah.
Because that's also an entirely different ecosystem for Android phones.
Yeah, that's true. Never been an Android phone guy. I was always been kind of turned off by them. Just the way they look, you know. I remember when they first came out with the Droid, I had this joke saying like, "Oh fuck, that phone looks like a Decepticon."
I remember that.
It's funny, right? The Apple phone was an Autobot, and the Droid was a Decepticon. Now, actually, you know what? That's not my joke. Someone told that joke. I heard it.
Oh wow.
Who was it?
Not me.
Swardson. That's who it was. Shout out to Nick Swardson.
Swardson.
Yeah, remember that guy?
Yeah,
He's still around.
Yeah, Andrew showed me him back in like our freshman year, and my innocent mind was ruined.
I'm sorry. I've done that to so many people.
That was actually one of the worst shows I've ever seen in my life. You know why? Because it got one season.
Yeah,
they
two.
knew. Had two?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
I was there for
Had
the premiere.
2 seasons. It was bad.
It was good.
It was so cringe, though.
It was good.
Cringy, and it was just like awful for young people to watch.
Which
we were.
We were.
What was the one character that did he play like a robot, or was it
Gay
somebody?
robot?
Yeah.
Gay robot.
What was the one when
That
he
shit
was
was
like,
funny.
I think they were like doing like a drug deal or something, and it was cilantro.
It wasn't. No. They were. It was like a cooking show, but they were drug addicts, and then they were using cilantro, and there was this joke that it was. They equated to weed. It was so funny. It was very visual show.
It was.
Yeah. A
That
lot
was
of
like
the
Left nothing to the imagination.
no.
That was one of the first like sketch comedy shows like we ever saw. I think. Right?
Yeah, because we were late for Chappelle.
We were late.
Yeah. And no one in our house really cared for SNL, so we wouldn't even know about it.
Or Mad TV.
No.
We didn't watch any of that when we were growing up. Like SNL, no. Mad TV.
We were too deep into the cartoons.
We were
Yeah.
big time. And Nickelodeon, just like the live action shows.
Yeah.
Those were our jam. And then what came after that one? That was Kroll Show, right? After Pretend Times, I think.
No, I think it was Key and Peele and then Crow Show.
Really?
I think so. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure.
Because how long did
Key and
Kroll
Peele came
Show
out.
last? Because I know you love that
like
show.
3 seasons, I think. Oh, I love that show.
It was better than Pretend Time, but not by much.
God
Unless you're like
damn
a
it.
big Nick Kroll fan,
Which I was.
like Andrew. Fuck. because he had so many characters that you would just quote the whole time.
Oh, it was the funniest shit in the world.
Bobby what?
Bottle service. Oh, well, it was literally parodies of basically everything that was on TV, just different TV shows.
What were the parodies from though? Like what shows?
Oh my god.
Oh, like, Liz and Liz was a funny one though.
Like all of them.
Liz and Liz was funny because they were straight up spoofing the Kardashians or something like that. That was funny.
See?
That one was funny, but I did not get Caesar. That one was so weird.
Okay, so there were so many of them that I couldn't even tell which ones, like, what they're parodying. Like, Caesar, I don't know. Like, maybe one of those shows where he's a baby daddy with so many different women, and he's this fucking crazy guy, and he's trying to reconnect with his children. Yeah. I don't know what the names of those shows are, but it felt like... But it was weird because he has different characters do different shows. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. I get you. And he does it all, though.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder why he's not doing like... Well, he's in Big Mouth, right?
Yeah.
And he's like... how many characters is he in that? A lot, right?
Yeah.
Have you watched all of it yet?
No.
How far are you?
I think I'm one episode in on season 2.
Have you seen that show, Zach? Big Mouth?
I've seen 2 episodes here.
Yeah.
Isn't it so...
I
terrible?
I don't care for Nick Kroll, so I was just like...
So, yeah, for him, everything's bad.
This is kind of hell.
It is so, like...
It's a little too cringy for me, at least the couple episodes I saw. I mean, if Andrew likes it, it probably gets worse.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's, like, getting, like...
For Zach's standards, yes,
awful.
it gets worse.
Like, not awful, but, like, very, very... What's the word? Mature.
Yeah, it's mature.
Mature as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, you know what I liked him in was The League.
Yeah.
I liked The League. Did you ever watch The League, Zach?
No.
So,
oh wow, I didn't know that.
You know what it's about, though, right? It's about these 5 friends that have a fantasy football league. He's in the show, and he's
hilarious.
He's hilarious in it. Like when he's not being super Nick Kroll-y.
No, even then.
No, because he keeps the Nick Kroll bottled up a bit.
So he acts like a normal person.
He acts like a normal person, but I think that's funnier because he lets the Nick Kroll slip out, and that's what makes it funny.
That shit's so funny.
But when he's Nick Kroll the time,
it's even better.
That
what
is when I'm just like, okay, I'm done.
Oh,
that's when I just can't. I can't, dude.
It's so funny.
Like I'm not saying
I can't
he's
even think
bad.
about it without
He's
laughing.
not a bad actor, but like when he's just playing Ruxin and with that little dash of Nick Kroll, it's perfect.
It's so funny.
But then when he's just full on Nick Kroll, I'm just
Nick Kroll feeding off of Nick Kroll being Nick Kroll. Oh,
yes,
Nick Kroll.
That's what I love.
Nick Krollception. It's like, oh, I just
love it.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's good. And then Key and Peele. Did you watch Key and Peele, Zach?
Yeah,
that's a great one. Yeah. And they're still doing stuff on YouTube, by the way. Mm-hmm. Have you seen that?
I thought there
is it actually stuff, or is it
just
reruns?
Them,
but they're all being freshly
the
posted.
Stuff, yeah, they hadn't released those skits on YouTube, so now they're just going back.
Are they really? I thought they were new.
Well, it depends on what skits they are. Sketches they are. I mean, my bad.
There's some that I haven't seen on TV at all.
Like, at least that's what I heard. Like they weren't new at all. They were just finally like posting those on YouTube because there's no more incentive.
Yeah, because once the substitute teacher one that blew the fuck up.
That one blew up.
After that, holy shit! Like if you were to actually pay attention to I guess it's Comedy Central that posts the videos on YouTube. If you were to pay attention, I think it's the before or after the video. After that one, they all would start or end with like, I'm pretty sure it's the beginning. Like, hey, instead of watching it here, watch the show at this time or whatever. Or watch on the website. Like they literally had to say like, hey.
We have
this
a TV
is not,
show. Please watch the show.
This is part of a show. Please watch that instead of just the YouTube video.
Yeah, you're right about that because I remember we were at like a family reunion one time years ago, and our cousins who are older than us by like a bit, they knew what it was. Like they have kids and everything, so they knew who these people were because of that substitute teacher bit or skit, and they were like showing everybody, and everybody was laughing. It's like, who are these guys? Like, you guys know these guys? Like, yeah, we know them. We've been watching them forever. Like, oh wait, just saw them on YouTube.
I know.
And I remember what you were saying.
We saw shit live.
And I think one of either Jordan Peele or Keegan-Michael Key said like they were responding to comments on YouTube like, hey, where's this skit at? Like, why don't you put it on YouTube? It's like, we do have a show. We want you to watch it. But nowadays, it's all about YouTube now.
Yeah, but okay, so after the show ended, like I think maybe
did
over
we watch
a year,
up until the end?
Did we watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I did.
I can't remember.
We watched. So after it ended, I don't know how long it was afterwards, but eventually they have on the Comedy Central website, all the skits are just there. Like if you look up Key and Peele, you can watch the full sketches, and they were just there, but not all of them were on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I think that's what you're seeing. Like, oh, they'll just grab one and put one on YouTube, and now it's like, oh, as if it's brand new. It's not. It's just brand new on YouTube.
One of my favorite sketches. Well, I got to throw in. What's the guy who orders a pizza all the time? The big fat guy.
Wendell, I think.
Wendell. That one never gets old.
No.
That one never gets old. And
That's probably timeless.
The one when he makes his short film or video.
Oh, yeah, he makes like a homemade music video.
And you can tell, like, it looks good, and then you can tell, like, I think he puts in, like, cards like we're losing money or we're wasting all our money. And then he would have, like, some shots of, like, like a unicorn or something, and the next shot would be, like, a fucking stuffed horse that they made. It's so funny. And then I think my favorite one of all time is when I think some guy goes and finds Jordan Peele in the jungle, and he's like an ex-Navy SEAL and everything.
Yeah. Oh.
And then he's like, "What do you need me?" It's like, "No, we just wanted to see."
Looking for a recommendation.
Yeah, looking for a recommendation. Like, "Oh, come on." It's like
that shit's funny.
That shit was so funny. And then I think my other favorite one is the one where they're doing like the 80s aerobic dance one. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's a good one too.
Another
what about
one,
the East-West Bowl. When
that one.
All the different football players.
That
with
one's
strange
awesome.
names.
Oh, dude.
I love those.
That was
creativity
perfect.
for those.
That was crazy because you that's something like you never think could be funny because that's on Sunday Night Football and you just hear what they say, but they made it so outrageous with their names and everything, and it's like that is perfect.
I'm certain it was because of like probably like haha Clinton Dix.
Yeah, I think that was
like because they're like, what? This is a real name?
Yeah, like some of the names were getting
and
silly.
then they probably like looked into it and saw like a guy like Taco Charlton. Like what kind of names are these? Like,
and I was just like, that's such a perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
Or Slap Ass, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I love that one. But see, I'm looking on their page right now, and they're like, there's like a lot of new ones that were coming out in the last month that I guess they shot and just like are putting them out. Or I have no idea. Like I'm not sure if it got canceled, or they just chose not to go forward with it.
Interesting.
I'm not sure. Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, I know they're like SNL people. Like that's where they were before that, and I know that's how they did it a lot of the times. Like they would just have a bunch of skits, and I guess they would decide right before they aired the show is like, hey, which skits are making it on the air? So they'll have like a bunch of them that are just unused.
Yeah.
So
they just like wait to the last minute before they like, hey, we're gonna put this one out.
Like this was a person that was on the show like a long time ago. I don't know if that's how they do it anymore, but from what he was saying, like since SNL was live back then, I don't know if it is anymore, but like they would decide because they would have the live dress rehearsal an hour before the show aired. And then right when that finished, they were like, okay, you're greenlit. Sorry, you got cut. And they would just decide right there. That's like, crazy. Okay, you have no idea if you're even on the show until the very last minute.
God damn.
Oh, honorable mention, the ones that come up, they're pretty old. The ones with Lil Wayne. Those ones were good.
That was their first season.
Those were one of the first ones. I was like, that shit's so funny. Lil Wayne, y'all, Young Money. I was like, fuck.
Did you have a favorite, Andrew?
Probably the pizza order one.
That one is good.
I think so. Another one, I don't know what it's called, but it's the one where not Key and Peele is the substitute teacher. It's Jordan Peele who is.
Oh, when he farts.
Yep. Yes.
He
it's
just
literally like a minute and a half clip.
Mr. Nostril.
Yep. It's a minute and a half sketch. Yeah. And all he does is walk in and fart
Says
and
his
leave.
name. He's like, that might as well mean no nonsense.
He farts. Yep. And he just like puts the chalk down and leaves because he knows he can't teach now. Yeah. He's just like, well, I can't do anything
after everything I just said and that happens. Nope.
Oh my god, that one is prime.
But that's crazy because Jordan Peele like shot up after that, went and made his own movies like Get Out and Us. Was like, damn. And then Keegan Michael Key's in like a bunch of movies now. So their careers took off after Mad TV, Key and Peele, and then that. It's pretty crazy.
I know. And I mean, I like Jordan Peele's movies so far.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do
there's only
too.
2, right?
Yeah, there's 2.
Okay, yeah. I liked them both. So
That's good. I haven't seen any, but
what? You haven't seen
I
either?
haven't seen any of them.
Jeez.
I'm surprised I haven't seen Get Out. That was
I mean,
huge.
yeah,
I know.
that one's the better of the
But they're
two.
scary
Yeah.
movies, and I don't.
Not really.
Yeah, no, they're
Are,
not.
none of them are scary.
No,
No.
not really.
Really?
No, they're just
Yeah.
thrillers.
Okay.
I mean, Us is definitely more of the thriller.
Mhm.
Get Out is more just like it's an interesting film. There's like a couple like
Mhm.
almost jump scares, even though they're not really, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not scary.
I'll have to check them out because I have missed them, and people have said they're good, so I'll check them out.
Yeah, they're very good.
I wanted to talk about The Mandalorian because I have some thoughts on this. Andrew, Zach, you guys just saw the episode today,
Yeah.
as did I, but I saw it when it came out.
Lucky.
It's a shorter episode. It was like 36 minutes, which is fine. I mean, the episodes to me have seemed like they complete them, and there's nothing like they've all seemed to me that they're the perfect time.
Yeah, I don't
for,
feel like they go too long.
I don't
or
feel
anything
like
that.
I don't feel like they're too long, too short. I don't feel like they need to be an hour just because of what it's about. But this episode I actually kind of liked, and I know
What do you mean? You don't like the other ones?
no, I do, but
You like more.
I like
Yeah, I can't wait.
I like 3 the most.
I don't even remember what happens in that one.
That's
yeah.
when no spoilers,
Yeah.
but
Well. Doesn't matter.
so I won't spoil. I won't spoil 5, but 3 is when the Mandalorians come out,
Oh yeah.
and
Spoiler.
yeah, spoiler for that one. So 5, I feel like this one was kind of filler.
Yep.
And
Exactly what I was.
I also thought 4 was a bit filler too, but there's this trend I think that's going on with the show that I'm not sort of on board with. What I mean is, they all seem like their own story.
I know what you mean.
And they're not like, I don't even know what the main story is.
Yeah,
for
I
the
know.
show.
I know what you mean. I have that feeling too, but I find it like as a positive. Like Jesus Christ, like what could happen?
Yeah.
And it's cool, but on the bad side, that means you have to wait and watch
Yeah.
all of them, and you can't miss one because, and especially since
Something
you
could happen.
especially since not all of them are out, so you can't just wait and see what other people say. Like, oh, just skip these and watch these ones.
Mhm.
So you have to watch all of them. That's bad.
Do you think that's kind of cool how you can't detect that? Like
What?
you were
What?
saying, like you can't really detect it.
Oh, the story?
Yeah, the story.
It's cool, but I feel like a lot of people probably want it, at least at this point, because it's 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of this one, there's kind of like,
There's
this
only
is
3
probably
more.
the first time there's actually like a somewhat of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, at the
kind
end,
of.
Yeah.
But I mean, the other ones were like, nope, there's no cliffhanger at all.
Yeah, there isn't, and I was kind of gonna shoot back to you because you come from shows. I mean, you watch a lot of shows.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the one thing that keeps the audience coming back is a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
This is the first one that actually has somewhat of a cliffhanger.
Well, it's weird because some of the shows that I watch, I would say like, I think the king of cliffhangers is probably Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's episodes, and since it was on regular TV with commercials, and I watched it when it was on TV from like this last half of it, they even did cliffhangers in episodes, like for the commercial breaks, which honestly was like, what the fuck? it even like amplified all the hype even within just one episode, which is insane. And obviously not every show can do that because that just shows the brilliance of the writing behind the show.
Mm.
And this one is different because there's very little of that. You don't even know what's going to happen at all.
Yeah.
And which is, I like it because then you're just on your toes the entire time, every second of the show. But for some people, it's like, all right, what the fuck is anything going to happen? Because then it's like, you know, those old fucking shows that had like 600 episodes or some soap opera where it's like a new little adventure every week. It's like, all right, whatever, who cares? So, I mean, they're walking in dangerous lines, I think, at this point. Not too much because, you know, it's Star Wars and it's a really good show. But, I mean, if there isn't any overlying thing, then I think people are going to be like, all right, fuck this.
What do you think, Zach?
I mean, okay, I feel like I figured out the overarching story for the show by this first or second episode.
Are we
But-
allowed to know, or should we not say?
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to say it, but just in case, like if you guys like haven't like caught on to some of the stuff yet, or it could just be completely wrong. But like I feel like I got a good idea of like what was gonna happen. Like so far I've been right, but I mean I could be wrong, and I do think this episode, like if you were gonna skip one, this episode 5, nothing happened to further the plot. Like at least the last episode 4, something did happen. It eliminated one of the possible directions the show could have gone in, and so like it at least did something. This one, it was, I mean, if you think about it, it was entirely pointless. Like it was still a good episode, but like as far as the plot goes, like the overall plot goes, nothing happened.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was still okay though.
Yeah, I like the episode. I agree with you. I think this episode actually had, to me, it had more tension than the others. And I actually like that because throughout the series, I feel like there was like kind of zero tension. You kind of just saw how it all played out, whether you liked it or not, whether you bought it or not. It was kind of more in with the main realms of what's been happening. But this one, I felt like it had a little bit more tension, even though it didn't really advance the plot as much. And I think you're right about that, Andrew. There is really can't really detect the overarching story in this. So for some people who are used to that, it's gonna be like, well, what's going on here? Like, what's the point? But I still thought it was a good episode. I mean, I thought it was better than the previous one, to be honest, the fourth one, because I didn't really like the fourth one all that much. I thought this one was better.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, there was filler, and I don't think you can have a lot of filler with only 8 episodes.
It's only 8?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Okay, so, oh, man. That kind of sucks that they wasted an episode.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, we only have 3 more left, and there's a bunch of stuff that has to happen, I think.
Wow. That's not
It's probably going to end on a giant cliffhanger.
I mean, they've been pretty good about, like, not taking multiple episodes to move, like, one big plot point. It's like they get it all done within that, like, 30, 40 minutes. And, like, if they can keep doing that for the next 3 episodes, I think they'll be fine, be able to like wrap things up like reasonably well.
Like in this past episode, there was something that happens when I could have seen like, oh, this could take the show in a different turn, but it ended up being resolved in that episode. So it's like, okay, well that's out. So now the show's literally got me guessing what's going to happen next. I mean that's cool, but there's a bunch of stuff that has to happen. Not has to happen, but it's like I'm kind of expecting it because of the trailers and stuff. And also I'm kind of getting a little bit of I hate to say it, a video game vibe with the show. Like he goes from planet to planet doing objectives and stuff. And it's like, oh, okay.
It's just weird because the main character talks so little, which gives me hope because that means, Halo might be somewhat successful.
Just to tie into that, like if they can do the Halo show like they're doing this, I 100% am fine with them casting Pablo Schreiber, whatever, as him, and like if he just talks like about this much, I think it's totally fine.
Yeah,
and they could be great because I mean, Pedro Pascal, who's the Mandalorian, the main character, like he's a great actor, and he hardly ever speaks, and like he's still like a great character. I like him, and if they can do that with Halo, like great.
That is good, as long as he can convey through the mask, which if Pedro Pascal's doing great. Like just his mannerisms and everything, and the little dialogue that he does have, it like shows what he's thinking. So that's good. That is good. I hope they follow in that trail that Pablo can do what Pedro's doing.
And I know I don't think they might be done filming. I don't remember. The show's coming out in 2021, I think. Okay. So if they have enough time to just be watching this and just pick up some notes, that'd be great.
I mean, this is also the first episode, so I can understand why it's only 8 episodes. I think Game of Thrones was like 10 episodes.
For what?
Season 1?
Yeah.
And then they bumped it up to like what? Like 13?
No, they never went up.
It was 10 every season until the last 2.
Yeah.
And then they went down.
Some of the episodes are just longer than an hour.
Yeah, you're right. So they like had like hour episodes, and they had like, what was like the last 2? They're like, or somewhere in the middle of the season 8.
Well, and the last season 2 of the episodes were an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay. And those were the longest ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, kind of bummed out that there was a filler episode.
Already.
I know, but like...
It could be worse.
Yeah, I mean,
it could be worse.
Could be The Walking Dead. Entire seasons are filler.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I was gonna lead up to that was I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was an interview with John Boyega. He plays Finn in Star Wars.
Wait. Before we get to that,
yes.
I wanted to address something Andrew was
Go
talking
ahead.
about. You just mentioned Breaking Bad and like how they would have commercial breaks and stuff, and like how they would do cliffhangers on that. So I watched the show Vikings, and I've never actually been caught up while it's airing. So I've always just been streaming it. But the sixth season, the last season, just started airing, and I've been caught up. So I actually went to watch it live. My God, I forgot how awful commercial breaks are. Like, just how much they just take you out of everything. It's like, oh my God, this is such a tense scene. Like, oh, great, Papa John's here. Like, it can calm me down. Now I want some pizza, and now I completely forgot what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
I got so frustrated. I'm like, man, were there really this many, like, commercial breaks?
How is
like,
that show,
then?
by the way?
Oh, I love Vikings.
Is it
It's
good?
Fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you brought up taking out of the show.
Yeah.
You know who takes me out of The Mandalorian? Baby Yoda.
He takes you out?
I think a little bit now. Like, I know he's cute and all, and I know, like, but every character who sees it is like, oh my God, again? Like, I understand he's cute, but it's
I think he's cute as fuck.
No, I know he is,
I do too.
but it's just like when I feel like
annoying.
I keep seeing him, it's just like, oh, he's gonna take the surrounding people, he's out of what they're doing, and it's just gonna get all cute and stuff, and it's like, oh, come on. Like this last episode, they kind of had more of that than the others.
But he wasn't in it very often.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to say any more than that, but
yeah. I just hope that it gets resolved with this whole Baby Yoda thing before this season's over. I don't know, but that's just me. Speaking of which, what I was saying. So, John Boyega was doing an interview, and he was asked a question. Would you, or your co-stars, Oscar Isaac or Daisy Ridley, ever want to be on a Disney Plus Star Wars show? He said, nah, I ain't going to be on Disney Plus. I'll watch it, but I ain't going to be on it. I was like, man, that's kind of rough, right? Why would you say that?
He probably is done.
But still, why would you say it like that, though?
Oh, like negative towards
It's
TV?
not like...
Or like negative, I want out. Or like, this is it, I'm done, I'm never coming back.
No, I think he said he'll stick to the feature films.
Like he'll come back for a movie, but not a show.
But
yeah, he probably shouldn't do that.
No, I was thinking like, dude, why would you say that? Pedro Pascal is on Disney Plus. You're on Disney Plus. You're in The Force Awakens. Come on.
I mean, I kind of get it, because I know a lot of like bigger actors that they see it as like a downgrade to going to like TV.
Yeah, but in the way TV is kind of just rising and rising with all the stuff that they have. Like, look at what's the show? Fargo. One of the seasons had Ewan McGregor on it. Like I've only seen like the first few episodes of the season, but I've heard that show's very, very good.
It is.
And like Ewan McGregor is happy to be in it. And Ewan McGregor is going to be in Disney Plus as Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, man. Don't...
Just their different viewpoint of how they see their careers.
Yeah.
To be fair though, like when was Fargo out?
A while ago.
It was a while ago.
I mean, like
2 years ago,
really
maybe.
Was not a big actor.
I know, but still, it's like when you're an actor like that, you're going to take...
You know, it just depends on how they see themselves.
Yeah. I think it's that, but it's also like if you're an actor and like you... Okay, what movies has John Boyega been in since Star Wars? Pacific Rim.
There was like that
That's
cop
it.
movie, Detroit.
Oh yeah, he was.
I mean, it could just also be like he wants the creative freedom to do something else too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think he
like
wants
if
to be
you're
tied down to
signing
the
on
show.
for a show, like that's a huge time commitment, almost the same as a movie, but you usually get less money and less recognition from it. So it's kind of like, I could play Finn again and just basically take a downgrade in pay and publicity, or I could just do something new and like stretch my creative muscles, which I know a lot of actors want to do.
Yeah, I can see that, but I think like the money is really going towards... I hate to say it, kind of is going towards TV though nowadays.
Not for actors.
Streaming, I know.
Yeah, not for actors.
I mean, he's an actor. You have to think about it like an actor.
But I think if you're an actor and you want to like act more, then you would take those TV things. You would want to be in TV because you could be in it longer. You can really see like a character development more in depth than you would in a movie. You know what I mean? Like Ewan McGregor in Obi-Wan, let's say that's like 8 episodes, and let's say they're an hour long. He's going to have 8 hours to develop that character of Obi-Wan after episode 3. And there's a lot they can do there that's really going to flex that muscle of his. And he's wanted to do it forever.
Yeah.
He just had to say like, nah, I'm not doing it.
I also just in that case specifically, like I think he's been wanting to come back to that role for a really long time. So he was kind of just like, hey, I finally have a chance. I don't care if it's TV. Like I'm jumping in. Like he's just excited to get back in.
Yeah, I think it will change. I think Disney definitely heard those comments. Were like, whoa, what are you talking about our streaming service? I mean, that's a huge success, right? Disney Plus. So it's like kind of. I think he's gonna backtrack those very soon, and I think he will be on Disney Plus soon. I just think right now is kind of the bad time to ask because he's like, hey, we're just finishing up Star Wars and ask me about coming back as Finn. I think you're right about that part, Andrew. I think he wants done? Not done. I think he just wants a break.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think he wants a break.
I would too, especially if I was part of that trilogy. But that's just me.
Yeah, honestly.
Why? I mean, if he's having fun.
Yeah, but if they're not like, there's like a coalition in the fan base that despise those movies.
That one girl who I don't even remember what her character was in the movie in episode 8. She had to delete all of her social media because people were bullying her.
That was crazy, though. She didn't deserve that bullying.
No, I mean, like, I didn't like her character, but like, that's not the actor's fault.
Crazy.
Like, that's the writing.
Here's where I will defend John Boyega. There was a tweet that came out like a few weeks ago. An article claimed that saying that Rey was stronger than Anakin. You know who was the first to jump on that?
Who?
To oppose that? John Boyega. And he even came out on that.
Oh, I think I saw
He even came out on Hot Ones saying like, yeah, I got a little bit of heat for that. But he's like, come on. No. She's not stronger than Anakin Skywalker. End it. So and I was like, you know, I think he understands where
I think all of them deep down know like, yo,
he
this
understands
shit's not that good.
He understands for like where like they kind of muddle stuff that's already happened. Like you said, they go past the guidelines or some shit of Star Wars or break the rules. That's what you said.
Break the rules.
I think he's more aware of that than most of them.
I think probably all of them are.
Or maybe just more vocal.
Vocal about it. He's very vocal. Like the other two don't have social media, I don't think. So he's on everything, I think. So he's going to be vocal about that.
And I mean, just from interviews and stuff, he seems like he's the most like flamboyant out of the three people.
He's just more charismatic, I guess you can say. He's more vocal. So
yeah, flamboyant's probably not the right word, but just like outgoing.
Yeah. Exactly. Kind of another thing that we were talking about before we went on air. You know how you hate spoilers for everything, Zach. And I did see a spoiler for that newest episode of The Mandalorian this morning. And I was hoping you didn't see it. Like, it's kind of out of context, but it does kind of reveal a character that was in the new episode. I was like, damn, someone's liking this and it's just showing up. I didn't like it. Someone who I followed liked it. And it showed up like, oh my god, if Zach sees this, is gonna be
this
bad.
morning. Was it this morning when you guys were texting in the GM about the episode?
Yeah, they were.
Like you brought it up.
Him and
I
Mike.
swear, I was certain one of you was gonna post something. I'm gonna delete it. Just turn off my phone for the rest of the day.
I think a certain someone might have liked this post I was talking about, and it showed up. I don't know if you saw it, and I don't know if you knew the context or understood it.
I did not go on Twitter.
So that's good. But we're talking about spoilers now. It's one thing when a game journalist reveals a spoiler, or a movie journalist reveals a spoiler for anything, or a YouTube video, or you stumble it on Twitter or Reddit. But it's also very terrible. It's even worse when the marketing campaign has a spoiler in it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I've told you about this, Andrew.
Yeah.
I told you to look out because you won't finish the goddamn game.
I won't finish it for a year.
Not much as well as even touch it, but it's for Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
And in this marketing, I was just watching like ESPN, right? And I saw the ad come up. First of all, I was like, okay, cool. Now they're just marketing this because it's a good game. It's getting a lot of good press and stuff, good reaction. At the end of the goddamn ad, boom, the biggest spoiler that you could ever think of is in that ad. It's like, wow, you guys just spoiled everything. Like, why are people even going to play it? Like, to me, like, to gamers, it's like, shame on you. Why would you put that out there?
Well, it happened with Endgame for me. Afterwards,
what do you mean?
After the first weekend, the Marvel ads that they make had the...
And you hadn't seen it?
No, I did.
Okay.
But I'm saying, like, after that first weekend, the ads for Endgame already had spoilers for the movie.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It was like, all right, what the hell?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I saw them, actually, because I was gone
when
it came out. So I didn't see it for another week. Mm-hmm. And so, like, basically, by the time I saw it, I'm like, I already kind of know, like, most of the movie.
Damn.
And I was like, this sucks. I hate Marvel.
But I know, like, that's also very bad. But to put it in a game, it's like, oh my God, why would you do it? It's not a movie. Like, come on.
I think with multiplayer games, it's a different story because like nobody cares about the campaign. But since it's a single player game, there's only the campaign.
Yeah.
The story matters so much whether you like the game or
And
not.
you literally
if you spoil it,
like put like the granddaddy of the spoilers in at the very end. It's like, whoa, fuck you. Why would you do that?
But this is also the marketing team that brought you one of the worst marketing campaigns of all time.
I know.
For the launch of the game.
It was
so like, I mean, my expectations for them should not be very high because I mean, probably they should be fired, or some of them should be fired, or just demoted, or get somebody else.
At that point, like what they think is the people who wanted to buy the game would have already had it. And hopefully, would have already beaten it, and now we're trying to get the people who want to get it for Christmas. You know, like maybe
when did it come out?
November 15th.
Yeah, no, this is not long enough.
Yeah, I told Andrew, like, yo, watch out, because this is just on TV. Like, they're putting flat out spoilers for the entire game on TV. Watch out. You haven't been spoiled, have you?
No.
What I mean, like, if somebody who hasn't played the game at all or really knows a lot about it, like, if I saw it, would I even know it's a spoiler?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would know.
Oh, then that's pretty bad.
Dead on. Like, wow. Okay. I know that's in the game. Like, why even, should I just look it up now? Because, like, why even play it? Why even go through the level by level and go through the story?
You already kind of know where it's building to.
Yeah. It's like blatantly obvious. It's like, oh God. Now in movies, yes, that's happened, but games rarely ever happens, except this one. For some reason, this is terrible.
I mean, it'd be different if it was a game like Halo Reach just came out. And from the very first cutscene, you know exactly where it's building to.
Dude, have you ever like seen people playing the game and they have no idea what's happening? They playing it for the first time. It's so funny because there was this some gameplay I saw, and he never played the game in his life, and then spoiler, I guess, in the beginning of the level, your character replaces a fallen Spartan, and he's like, oh. Was I replacing the guy's helmet? The guy in the beginning, like his helmet was shot through. It was like, oh shit, you never played this before. That's crazy.
Usually that's not as big of a problem because, at least back then, most people could unlock a lot of the armories and stuff earlier. Mm-hmm. So, like, it'd be your armor that you've already put on for your multiplayer guy.
Yeah.
So then it'd be like, hey, that's my stuff. Oh shoot. I'm dead.
Yeah, but I was like, seeing him think that, it's like, oh shit, you're in for a good game right now, bud. That's crazy. But yeah, Halo Reach came out. I'm loving it so far.
Hell yeah.
It's
fantastic.
So much fun. I feel like I'm leveling up a lot faster than it was when it first came out.
Yeah.
Like, did they make it a lot easier?
They even made it easier from the flights or the betas that were out a little bit longer.
So when you guys were playing it, like, it was not as easy as this.
No. And like, just I'm already 20% of the way through of like all the multiplayer unlocks and stuff, and like I haven't actually played like that much. I've mostly been playing campaign.
Dude, the campaign is still like fantastic. Like, I've started it. I think I'm on like the 5th mission right now, and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm playing it on heroic, but it feels very easy. Yeah, honestly.
I mean, I played it on legendary, and I died 4 times.
Really?
In the whole game.
I think I've died like, honestly, like maybe like, well, I suck. So maybe like 5 times throughout. Like, I'm not getting like challenged. Like, super.
It's easier when, like, I think the controllers are better.
Yeah.
And then the frame rate helps. So
a lot. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like, if you've grew up playing Halo Reach, you kind of know like what's happening, and you kind of know like where you need to sit back. Like in, I think it was like Oni Sword Base, that one mission when you like kind of like have to like activate these things at the 2 buildings. I just stayed back and just sniped the elites and stuff. And even Nightfall, like, I knew when I was young and I was playing that on legendary, that was impossible because I would always run out of sniper ammo. But you just got to stay back and just pick your shots, because again, the elites in here are crazy with that kick. They'll just kick you right in the face and kill you. It's like shit. But like, the multiplayer has been great. Like, it's been so alive, and it can find matches so quickly.
Oh my goodness. Me and Andrew playing Invasion. Oh man, we were kicking so much butt.
We were.
Like, I mean, they have this thing. You can get like it's an achievement called skunked when you essentially just flat out shut down the other team. Like they can't score anything, and you suffocate you win.
Them. It's like crazy.
Like they can't do anything. Me and Andrew have gotten that like I don't know, like 10 times out of like 20 games.
Yeah.
Okay, but how many bad teams have you guys been on? Because
like
I've
on
been.
Our team?
Yeah, your team.
I don't know, like 4, 5.
What do you mean by bad? Like bad, okay, like we can't even get 1 point?
Yeah, like bad teams where like you're like, wow, we are just getting steamrolled.
That's happened twice.
Yeah,
maybe.
that us like getting demolished does not happen very often.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we'll have bad teams, but we'll be able to like score at least 1 or 2 points.
Usually, me and Andrew just with our strategy alone of just essentially forgetting that we even have a team and just me and him, we try and beat it ourselves.
Yeah.
Usually, that's enough to at least get a couple points.
That's crazy though. Like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like Invasion to me, whenever I play it, I just feel like I get my ass kicked every time. I don't know what it is, dude. Like I just like can't like grasp Invasion. Like I can grasp Big Team Battle. That's my go-to. Like lately, I was playing a couple days ago. I was killing in Big Team Snipers. I got 17 kills. I was like, that is the best I've like ever done in Big Team Snipers. Like I was just owning. But in Invasion, when I land in Invasion, I fucking get whacked every time.
I mean, the thing with Invasion, it's like you have to play the objective or you lose. Like, if you're trying to play it like it's a team deathmatch game, you're gonna get rolled over all the time. Because, like, a lot of the times when I spawn, like, I know, like, hey, I just need to go straight to the objective. I know I'm gonna die, but if I can just slow them down just a couple seconds, that could be enough between us winning or losing.
Yeah.
So I'll just throw away that one life right there just to do that, to give my team a chance. So, I mean, you just have to be in that mindset, like, hey, like, this is just, it's a team game.
Yeah.
I know that sounds really cringy, but, like,
it's full-on team. Like, you really need to play the objective.
You could have 0 kills, and if you're helping the team, you're the MVP in my book.
Yeah. And I think me and Andrew were playing, like, earlier today, just split-screen stuff. And, dude, like, the DMR and the needle rifle are cool, but you really have to be patient with that, because that bloom, dude, it's like... that. It is crazy how it affects you.
This is the toned down version.
Yeah.
So
wait. What do you mean?
Because you on all the multiplayer things it says TU, Slayer or whatever. Yeah, that means title update. So that means that's after they already reduced bloom.
Really?
On all the guns.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel like
so it used to be worse on like the launch version. It was much worse.
Dude, I swear the bloom kills me. Yeah. And SWAT, I cannot hit for shit.
You really just have to be patient.
Yeah, dude, but it's like I don't want to be patient because
it's hard because everyone moves so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like when you are blooming and it still says red, right? And it's like you're shooting like, okay, am I just missing or is my bullet like literally doing no damage? It's like, damn, dude. Like that's one of the things that kind of kills me. It's like, wait, if we're not playing SWAT especially. And it's like, dude, how did you get me so quick with that DMR? But I'm literally like shooting fast as fuck. It's like you're just more patient. So if you're more patient, you do more damage, right?
Well,
to the shield.
You know, more damage,
not
but
really. But it's just
the reticle is not enlarged in any way.
So it's basically exactly where you're pointing. That's where the bullet's gonna go. So if you're just shooting really fast, it's a lot like you're just hip firing. Then at that point, because the bullets are just going everywhere.
Is it 5 shots to the head and you're dead, right?
No,
4.
It's 4, I think.
Okay, because I'm always like counting like 1, 2, 3. Like sometimes it's just like, bro, like.
But if you're really patient, land headshots every time, you're almost always gonna win unless you're hurt already.
Yeah, it's been fun though.
It's
been a lot of fun. Like I've been playing a lot of that, and I realized today that my boy Andrew was playing Fortnite again.
I didn't realize you watched me.
I did watch
Andrew,
you. Sorry,
how dare you?
Sorry, battle passes need to be beat.
Come on. Okay, well, what's the game that's like on top of your list?
Probably Fortnite, just because the battle pass. I'm so close to finishing it. So you know, and
he has an artificial deadline. So.
I hate you.
I'm not saying like it's your self-imposed one. I'm like Epic Games made a deadline, so Andrew like he has incentive. Like, hey, if I don't finish this, I'm not getting my V-Bucks worth.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
So wait, how far is it until you reach the max of that season?
19 levels
to go.
Yeah.
So once 81.
Yeah.
How many days left?
I think I heard something about it being done after the holidays, but like on the game, there's no official date, So it's like I'd rather just beat it so it's out of the way.
Safe than sorry.
Yeah.
And at least with like Reach, like that's gonna be around forever.
Yeah. So
it's that stuff is never going away. So you can unlock it in 20 years if you want.
There's seasons though, or no? For Reach.
What?
Yeah,
there is.
But like it
doesn't go away.
Yeah, it's not gonna say like, hey, if you missed it, like if we move on to the next season, like this stuff from season 1 isn't locked out. Like you can just go back and get it. They don't care.
Got it.
Unlike Fortnite.
You know what I realized too with Halo Reach, like especially with like the Reach Spartans, you can fully customize the Reach Spartans.
Mm-hmm.
Will you ever be able to do that again with like Halo 4 Spartans?
Yeah.
And MCC.
Yeah. So that's kind of why they're doing seasons. It's all just coinciding of
it's gonna come, but not
when they're done with the PC version of the next game.
Mm-hmm.
So next season is going to be Halo 1 Combat Evolved.
Yeah.
And so when that's done, it's going to be that season. So it's going to be a whole season dedicated to Halo 1. And they'll put in more unlocks for that. I really don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't either. Like
I'm really curious, but like it's going to be a season dedicated to Halo 1 stuff.
That's...
And then 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if people are going to play that though, because Halo Reach just came out.
You don't just play Halo 1.
Yeah,
you just play
you get
whatever.
XP
for any game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can just keep playing Reach.
Then it will work, because everyone's playing Halo Reach right now.
Yeah.
Nobody's playing anything else. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was yesterday. It was the very first game me and Andrew tried playing. I thought I had put in Halo Reach, but it ended up being like literally every single game mode possible I started searching for. Still got Halo Reach Slayer.
Yep.
Dang. Nice.
I mean, I was happy with it.
Hey, yeah, we're having a great time.
I know. It's fantastic. I'm so good at it.
You are, dude. Like I see the leaderboards and like you're wrecking shop. It's like you must be like super patient with that DMR though. Super patient and just get headshots every fucking time.
I try.
Dude, I can't do that. I don't know what it is. Like even Andrew saw me today. Like we were kind of testing out Bloom to see how bad it got. It gets pretty bad.
Yeah.
But like you really need to just be patient. That's all it is. Like you get more patient than like any other game. Like even like Halo 4's Bloom wasn't even that bad.
No.
It was nothing.
I mean, it helps that I play campaign first, and in campaign, like ammo is so scarce for like a gun like a DMR, so you have to be patient. It's not a headshot every time. You're gonna run out of ammo. You're gonna have to pick up some shitty gun, and you're probably gonna die.
That's what I like about the Halo campaigns. They like make you pick up the bad guns. Like you'll be like in a corner, and all you have is a shitty plasma pistol. You have to take it because it's all you got.
That is your best friend on Legendary.
Yeah.
Plasma pistol.
The shields, right?
Yeah.
You just take down all the shields, and then it's like
you should have seen
super
me
easy.
and Andrew were playing co-op on Legendary the other day, and man, the plasma pistol just came in clutch so many times. Just an elite comes, easy, boop boop boop, your shield's down, headshot, boom, dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's still like the detailed customization for the elites too, right? Or is it just
No, they never had that.
they never had that? Okay,
Not in Reach.
it's just
that
like
was in Halo 3.
Oh, that's right. Halo 3 had that. Yeah.
In Reach, it's just you pick. Like, do I want to be the general guy? Do I want to be the spec ops guy? Or, so on and so forth.
And then like color, that's it, right?
I don't think you pick color.
You don't?
I don't think so. Because in that, there's never a free for all.
Oh, there isn't
for
right.
elites.
Yeah.
So it's only team games. So it doesn't matter what color your elite is because you're never going to see it. You're either going to be red or blue.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn shame.
No.
And it's been skyrocketing up on Twitch too.
I saw on the first day, MCC, #1 game.
Nice.
It was beating Fortnite, Dota, League of Legends, all these awful games.
Today, it was losing.
I know.
Big time.
I know. I looked the very next day. It was
gone.
so far down. I'm like, oh man, that's depressing.
That is
Damn it.
depressing. It's
But there was like nobody streaming it, so I was like, oh well. I mean, nobody can watch it because there's like no one streaming it. I think that was the day I texted Andrew. I'm like, hey, where's the stream at?
I'm sorry.
And you did
Jumped
stream.
on.
You streamed for a good
I know.
long time playing
I was
that.
there the whole time.
That was crazy. I was
We're
like,
playing together.
average elite 1. Where have you been?
When we finished,
School.
and Andrew was like, okay, it's been like 4 hours. I'm like, what? did not feel like it was that long. I was back to 2010 or 11 when that game came out.
Fuck yeah,
man, so great.
Is Halo Reach your favorite campaign? Halo campaign?
I think I'd still say Halo 2, but I think gameplay-wise, I think Halo Reach is probably one of my favorite.
Nice.
And just aesthetically, too. I love the way Halo Reach looks.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
It is. It looks great. And that's one of the games you see like a full out. In one of the missions, you see like a full out war.
Yeah.
On
and then especially with now, it's HD, full HD now. Yeah. So you can see everything. It doesn't look grainy as hell. Mm-hmm. And there isn't this terrible motion blur everywhere. It's hey, I can see everything. I can appreciate how great everything looks here. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh man, every now and I think when the first flight came out, I sent a snap to Andrew or one of you guys, and I was like, man, just look at this. I was just looking off at one of the skyboxes. I'm like, this just looks amazing.
We talked about it on the podcast, but he did get an invitation to play it, and I played some of it just for a life or two, and I was like, I can't wait for this to come out. Great. It's so much fun.
And it's even better since those betas, too. So,
that's good.
Yeah, good on you. I mean, it's not 343. They're not the people that actually did it. They outsourced it, but the people who actually did it, good on you guys. They did a great job.
Who did it? Do you know?
I knew their name. I don't know it off the top of my head. It's only 6 or 7 people.
Really?
Yeah. That's why it took so long.
That's good though.
And it's 2 separate teams of 6 or 7 people for the Xbox and PC version. So
you think they'll ever do that with Halo 3?
What?
Put it in HD.
It is in HD.
It is, yeah, it is already.
It is?
If it's in the MCC, it's already at 1080p.
Man, I want them to remake it. Halo 3 remade would be amazing.
That already looks amazing.
Yeah.
It could look better.
It could, but they're
so
never
well.
going back.
Halo 3 would look... imagine if it looked like Halo 2 Anniversary. Fuck, dude. That'd be crazy. That's my favorite of all time.
Halo 3?
Yeah. Halo 3
pretty good.
Is good. I do love Reach, though. I think Reach would be my... That's my third. 3, 2, Reach. That's my top 3. In that order. What about you, Andrew?
2, Reach, 3.
Okay.
Oh, man. I might have to go with Andrew's ranking. 2, Reach, 3.
Nice.
That's a good one. They're basically they're all just on another level.
Yeah, they are.
And then...
even though they're old.
1 is just a step below that. 4 is down here.
5 we don't
5
talk
is in the gutter just as far as campaign goes. That just makes me so angry.
The
multiplayer
about that. In 5 is entertaining.
It's fun, but I feel like every single game, everybody's just trying so hard.
They are,
and it's such a twitch shooter. I'm just I can only play a couple matches before I feel like I'm just sweating through my shirt. I'm like, my God.
And dude, when I first booted up Halo Reach, I wanted to do little boost jumps to the side so badly, but again, my controllers were wonky. They were off big time when I first booted up. I was like, why is ability X?
Yeah, that was stupid.
That was so dumb. And I was like, oh, this is not good. Oh, I'll have to change this. Anything else, boys?
No, not really.
Want to end it for today?
Yeah, it's a good 47.
All right, episode 47 in the books. This is Out of the Ordinary Friends podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the YouTube channel, podbean.com. We will see you guys back next week.